We are committed to developing a knowledge-based economy. And so with the investment from diamonds, or the revenue from diamonds, we want to invest and recalibrate into sustainable productive capacity, and that is human capital. We want to have some sense of independent capacity to produce vaccines, particularly given our experiences in the last pandemic, COVID. We went through trauma, literal national trauma and anxiety. We have, as is our custom, been frugal, and we had saved up for the rainy day. And so we used the resources that we'd saved not only to buy vaccines from our resources, but we also participated in the Gavi mechanism. And as we expected to have delivery of these, they didn't come. People died. We're a small population, little limited infrastructure, particularly hospital, healthcare systems and infrastructure. And the people who died were generally the most educated, productive, and it was a real decimation of our capacities. And we then resolved that we don't want to be caught up in this situation ever again. And we wanted to do it not just for ourselves, but we have the governance and the institutional capacity to save others. We are committed to developing a knowledge-based economy. And so with the investment from diamonds, or the revenue from diamonds, we want to invest and recalibrate into sustainable productive capacity, and that is human capital. It's across the board, but obviously we're going to be focusing initially in those sectors where we have a comparative advantage. We have a comparative advantage to do with diamonds and mineral development in general. If you look at our legal framework, if you look at our institutions, if you look at our governance system, if you look at our capacity to negotiate, to evacuate, and to keep customers, we're not bad. You'd have to agree, particularly given our more than 50-year partnership with De Beers, which has been stable and mutually rewarding. And so we also see a competitive advantage in the livestock sector, beef. If you have not tasted Botswana beef, your teeth are missing something, as is your palate. It's the best in the world, by far. We're quite well invested in the tourism sector, particularly the wildlife-based tourism. We are very developed, and we want to grow these. We have a capacity to reproduce and excel further in governance. And so if we invest in these sectors, including the ones that we may not have been as good, but we're growing in the innovation space, the research space. We were the first in the world with limited technology and resources to discover the Omicron virus variant of COVID. Those things don't take place by accident. My proposal is being refined because I would like to increase them. If you take the fact that elephants are increasing at a rate of more than 3% per year, and we have more than 130,000 of them, we've added a few more. So I might revise it to 25,000. It's as provocative as we get provoked by the sentiments expressed by people who don't know much about our elephants and our ecosystems, and suggest that they ban and put in barriers to trade in the wildlife economy. And we reject that notion. And some of the reasons they put forward are ludicrous. They think if they do that, they'll help us manage our wildlife better. The very opposite is the truth. They also want to proclaim to us, dictate to us, how these elephants to be managed. And the first question I ask is, where are their own elephants? If they're so wise and smart, why do they not have any elephants? And because they don't, and I'm such a nice guy, a nice president, I will offer them 20, 25, 30,000 elephants, but they must keep them in the very same way they're trying to prescribe to us.